Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you a little digital diamond baseball on this Tuesday evening. I downloaded a new player slash fan league that was created. It seems very cool. It's the 1965 through 1973 franchises, actual players. So they took the best players for the franchises, and they made teams, or what they felt were the best teams, using the teams between 1965 and 1973. And I downloaded it. It was a free download into Digital Diamond Baseball. I'm going to play a game here, and I think we have an absolutely fabulous matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals visiting the San Francisco Giants. You want to talk about a great pitching matchup? We have it here, folks. Bob Gibson. And they average him out. I don't know if this was his best season. I don't know if they did best seasons when they did this. But 22 wins, 9 losses, earned run average of 1.12. He'll be facing Juan-Marichal for the San Francisco Giants. 22 wins, 13 losses, earned run average of a 2.13. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be a pitcher's duel. Hello, Max Cornelius in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well on this Tuesday. And also to Xfinity and beyond for your wellness. So let's get quickly to the lineups here and get this going. I'd like to do a couple of games tonight. And again, this is Digital Diamond Baseball. It's a download. And we're using the 1965 to 1973 franchise best players. This was a fan-created league. So, for the St. Louis Cardinals, leading off, playing left field, Lou Brock. Batting second, playing center field, Curt Flood. Batting third, the first baseman, the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Roger Maris. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Tim McCarver. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Mike Shannon. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Javier. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Ed Crosby. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Bob Gibson. Now, for the hometown San Francisco Giants, leading off the shortstop, Chris Speier. Batting second, playing right field, Bobby Bonds. Batting third, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, playing center field. Batting fourth, stretch, Willie McCovey's playing first base. Batting fifth, playing left field, Kong, Dave Kingman. Batting sixth and doing the catching, Dick Dietz. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Al Gallagher. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Lanier. No, not the basketball player. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, Juan-Marichal. So let's get ready to rumble here in San Francisco. Hello, Christopher Anderson. How are you? Max Cornelius, I asked him how he's doing. He said he's doing well. He asks how I'm doing. I'm doing A-okay. Got a couple of fine gentlemen in the chat. Once again, this is Digital Diamond Baseball, the 1965 through 1973 franchise best players. As a fan saw it, he created this league, and I downloaded it. Digital Diamond Baseball. Check out their website. Game awesome value for $20. Lots of seasons. Anytime they put up a new season, it's free, and there's a lot of fan-created seasons. As Chris says, stop eating my pretzels. I can't help it, Chris. I have a problem with your pretzels. They taste good. All right, here we go. So Lou Brock steps to the plate, left-handed batting left fielder. In this franchise player mode, they have him at a .279 average. He has a 70.8% chance of being out, a 29.2% chance of advancing safely. Marichal gets the sign from Dietz. I want to manage the, hold on, let me switch this up. No, no, no! Alright, hold on here. I got the run. Alright, we gotta go into options. Pause. Alright, there we go. That ball goes out to Kingman. He comes in, no, he can't make it. That's a base hit. Alright, stop. Here we go. Let's start this all over now because the computer was playing the game. I want these guys to be the computer. I want to be the Giants. Alrighty, now we're ready. Let's go to options here. I want one dice roll. And here we go. Alright, so there's no outs. Runners at first and second. Brock at second. Flood at first. And the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, steps to the plate. As we have taken care of our technical difficulties. That was not an auspicious beginning. So Cepeda steps in. He's looking for a 6.45 or better. His home run swing, 9.51 or higher. Juan-Marichal gets the sign from Dietz. He kicks and fires. We await the dice roll. 2 on, no outs. That's a 5.59. As Brock attempted to steal third, he couldn't make it. And now Marichal comes in tight on his fellow countryman, and he pegs him. So he hits Orlando Cepeda. Or was Cepeda Puerto Rican? Marichal was Dominican. I think Cepeda might have been from Puerto Rico. I could be wrong on that. So he hits Cepeda. Bases are loaded, and here comes Roger Maris. Maris looking for a 6.85 or better to reach safely. Home run swing, 9.72 or higher. Marichal looking to induce a double play ball. Dietz goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Maris. No place to put Roger. 5.83. That ball goes to Speier. It's a soft ground ball. He charges it. He throws to McCovey for the out. St. Louis gets a run as Lou Brock scores on the fielder's choice. 1-0 Cardinals. Flood at third. Cepeda at second. With 1 out, the catcher Tim McCarver steps to the plate. McCarver's looking for a 6.60 or better to advance safely. Marichal would love to get a strikeout here. Marichal nods his head. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch to the left-handed batting McCarver. .544. That ball goes out to center field. Mays makes the catch. Here's the throw to the plate, but not in time. Cardinals go up 2-0 on the sacrifice fly by Tim McCarver. Kurt Flood scores from third. Cepeda holds at second. Mike Shannon comes to the plate. Shannon's looking for a 7.32 or better to advance safely. Home run swing, 9.68 or more. 2 outs, runner at second. Top of the first, 2-0 Cardinals. The windup and the pitch by Marichal. 6-7-2. That ball goes out to Chris Speier. It's a line drive. He makes the catch. Inning over. But the St. Louis franchise team scores 2 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom. Giants coming up. Due up for the Giants. Speier, Bonds, and Mays. Giants shortstop steps to the plate. They have him listed with a .269 average. 30.9% chance of advancing safely. 69.1% chance of an out. Bob Gibson on the hill. Don't want to get too comfortable in the box with Gibby. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Speier. That's a 1-8-9, and that's a big strikeout. Gibson mows down the first batter he faces. 1 out, and here comes Bobby Bonds to face Bob Gibson. The battle of the Bobs. Bobby Bonds home run swing, 9.51 or better. Gibson's ready to work. He rocks and he fires to Bonds. That's a 3-7-0. That ball goes out to Cepeda. It's a soft ground ball. He charges it. And he races to the bag. He dives and he makes the tag. For out number 2, they just get Bobby Bonds at first. 2 outs, no one on. The Say Hey Kid steps to the plate. Willie Mays, listed as a 317 hitter. Home run swing 9.20 or more. Advancing safely 6.47 or better. Here's a clash of titans. Gibson versus Mays. Righty-righty matchup. McCarver sets the target. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Willie Mays. 6-6-2. Mays works a walk. So with 2 outs, Willie Mays is at first. And here comes Stretch. Willie McCovey, left-handed power hitter, first baseman. Home run swing, 9.27 or better. He has a 7.3% chance of taking 1 yard. If he does so, we'll have a tie ball game here in San Francisco at this beautiful ballpark. Gibson looks in at McCarver, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Stretch McCovey. That's a 6-2-3, and he walks. So Gibson, back-to-back walks. Very uncharacteristic for Bob Gibson. Tying run is now at first base in Willie McCovey, and here comes Dave Kingman, better known as Kong. Not much with the batting average of .203, but he's a tremendous power hitter. His home run dice roll consists of 9.32 or better. To advance safely, 7.46 or higher. He does strike out a ton. Gibson looks in at McCarver. Kingman digs in. Here's the pitch to Kong. 2 outs, 2 on. And Kong strikes out. That is a 2-4-0. Big swing and a miss. Inning over. We go to the top of the second. 2-0 Cardinals. Due up for St. Louis. Javier, Crosby, and Gibson. Marichal had his struggles in that first inning. Julian Javier, right-handed batting second baseman, steps to the plate, .282 batting average. He's looking for a 7.15 or higher to advance safely. Marichal with a high leg kick. Here's the pitch to Javier. 6-2-6. That ball goes out to center field. Willie Mays coming in on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. One away, Ed Crosby steps to the plate, .217. Shortstop, left-handed batter. He needs a 7.73 or higher to advance safely. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch by Juan-Marichal. The dice roll. 0-2-2. That is going to be a called strike 3. Mr. Crosby, go back to the bench, son. So there's 2 outs, no one on, and here comes Marichal's counterpart, Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson, a pretty good hitting pitcher, .240 batting average. Gibby's home run swing, 943 or higher. He has some pop for a pitcher. Marichal's ready. Here's the pitch to Bob Gibson. 2 outs, no one on, 2-0, top of the second. St. Louis. Here's the dice roll. 9-7-7. Bob Gibson just takes Juan Marichal deep to right field, and that ball goes into the ocean. It's now 3-0. Cardinals. What a blast by Bob Gibson. In the words of the late, great Phil Rizzuto, I like to quote him, holy cow. That was worth the price of admission. Top of the order, 2 outs, 3-0 Cardinals. Top of the second, Lou Brock comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error, and he scored in the first inning. Marichal very upset with himself on the mound. Dietz goes through the signs. Marichal angrily nods his head. Here's the pitch to Brock, who's looking for a 708 or higher to reach safely. Here's the dice roll. It's a 1-1-7, and Brock will strike out looking. Inning over, but damage done. The Bob Gibson homer puts the Cardinals up 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Due up for the Giants, Dietz, Gallagher, and Lanier to face Bob Gibson on the mound. Dick Dietz, 300 batting average for the catcher. 630 or better to reach safely. 970 or higher for a home run. McCarver sets the target for Gibson. Here's the pitch to Dietz. 3-0 Cardinals. 9-9-0. That ball's going out to right, and that's in the ocean. Dick Dietz has just put the Giants on the board with a crushing shot to right. It's now 3-1 Cardinals as Dietz trots around the bases. And here comes Al Gallagher, 277 hitter. His home run swing, not so good. 996 to 999 to advance safely off Gibson. 723 or better. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. That's a 396. It's a slow roller in front of McCarver. He grabs it and fires to Cepeda for the out. So there's 1 out. Here comes the Giants' second baseman, Hal Lanier. Not much with the stick, 213 batting average. To advance safely, 811 or better. Chance of reaching safely, only 18.9%. Not very good at all, folks. The number 8 batter, Lanier, digs in. Gibson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Lanier. 6-2-7. That ball goes out to Javier. He ranges to his right, throws to Cepeda for out number 2. So with 2 outs, no one on, 3-1 Cardinals. Here comes Juan Marichal, the pitcher. He'd love to return the favor and whack one off Gibson. Gibson homered off of him. Marichal only batted 173, though. And his home run swing has to be the perfect 999. To advance safely, 859 or higher. He's looking more like a strikeout candidate here. Gibson works quickly. Here's the pitch to Juan Marichal. 9-1-4. Marichal singles to left. So he gets a little bit of revenge as he singles to left to keep the inning alive. And now the tying run comes to the plate and Chris Speier, who's 0 for 1. Speier's home run swing, 980 or higher to advance safely, 686 or better. Cepeda holding Marichal on at first. Why, I don't know, but he's holding him on. The computer does that. McCarver goes through the sign. Gibson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Speier. 2 outs, runner at first, 3-1 Cardinals. 5-4-7, that ball goes out to left field. Brock coming in on it. He drifts to his left. He makes the catch. Inning over. But the Giants do get on the board on the Dick Dietz homer to right. And we go to the top of the third. Cardinals 3, Giants 1. Due up for St. Louis. Flood, Cepeda, and Maris. Curt Flood 1-for-1 with a run scored. Righty-righty matchup. Marichal's ready. High leg kick. Here's the pitch to Flood. He's looking for a 6-7-7 or better on the dice roll. It's a 5-2-1. That ball goes to Gallagher. He charges it at third, and he throws to McCovey for the out. Nice stretch by Stretch McCovey. So one away, and the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, comes to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. As Marichal came high and tight on him. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch to the baby bull, Cepeda. He's looking for a 6-4-5 or better. Home run swing, 9-5-1 or higher. The dice roll. 3-6-7, another ball out to Gallagher. He fields it and throws to McCovey. For out number 2, Gallagher handled that hot shot at the corner quite well. Excuse me. So with 2 outs, no one on, Roger Maris steps to the plate. Left-handed batting right fielder. 0-for-1 with an RBI. Marichal's ready. Here's the pitch to Maris. He wants a 6-8-5 or better. The higher the dice roll, the better the result for the batter. And here it is. 4-4-6. That ball goes out to right field. Bobby Bonds going back at the wall. He reaches up and he makes the catch. Inning over. Bobby Bonds showing very good range there. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-1 Cardinals. Due up for the Giants. Bonds, Mays, and McCovey. If anyone gets on, Kong, Dave Kingman. Bobby Bonds 0-for-1. His home run swing 9-5-1 or higher to advance safely 6-8-8 or better. Righty-righty matchup. Gibson toes the rubber, looks in at McCarver. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Bonds. Here's the dice roll. 9-8-5. Bobby Bonds crushes that pitch to center. It is gone. Home run. And there's the Bobby Bonds home run trot around the bases. As he goes around the bases, steps on home plate. Goes back to the dugout to the jubilation of the San Francisco Giants and their fans. It's 3-2 now. The Giants have pulled to within 1, and here comes a say hey kid, Willie Mays. Center fielder walked his first time up. One swing of the bat could tie it up here. Bob Gibson has been touched for 2 home runs, Dietz and Bonds. Willie Mays would love to be number 3, and that would be a 9-2-0 or better. Advancing safely 6-4-7 or higher. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch by Gibson to Mays. Here's the dice roll, 4-7-0. That ball goes to short. Crosby's up with it. And he throws the Cepeda. And a late out call at first. As they just nipped to say hey kid. So there's 1 out now, and here comes Willie McCovey. He also walked in the first inning. McCovey, another tremendous power hitter for these Giants. Looking for that 9-2-7 or higher to tie the ball game up with 1 swing of the bat. Gibson and the Cardinals want none of that. McCovey digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 7-7-2. McCovey doesn't bite, and he walks. So with 1 out, McCovey represents a tying run at first. Cepeda holding him on. And here comes Kong, Dave Kingman. Kingman's home run swing, 9-3-2 or higher, to advance safely 7-4-1 or better. Kingman has a 74.1% chance of being out. McCovey, 7% chance to get the proper lead to steal, then a 62% chance of stealing. He'll stay put. Kingman digs in that right-hander's batter's box, looking for a pitch he can grip and rip. The windup and the pitch by Bob Gibson. 1 out, 1 on. That's a 6-1-6. That ball goes out to Roger Maris. He drifts to his right in right field, makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Dick Dietz. He's 1-for-1. He homered off Bob Gibson in the bottom of the second. If he does it again, the Giants will have a 4-3 lead. So 2 outs, McCovey at first, being held on by the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. Dietz awaits the Gibson offering. He needs a 6.25 or higher to advance safely. Gibson's ready. Here's the pitch to Dietz. 4.94. That's a hard hit ball to Shannon. He backhands it. He drops it and picks it up, but it's too late. That's going to be an E5. Dietz advances safely to first on the error by the third baseman Shannon. Tying run goes to second base in Willie McCovey. And Al Gallagher steps to the plate. Third baseman, he's 0 for 1 today. A single should score McCovey. With 2 outs, he'll be off on contact from second base. So that would be a 7.98 or better to advance safely, a 7.23 or higher. Gibson in a bit of a pickle here. McCarver goes through the signs. Sets the target. Here's the pitch by Bob Gibson. That's a 300. That's a fly ball to shallow left. Brock comes in on it, and he makes the catch. Inning over. Giants score 1 run on the home run by Bobby Bonds. It's now 3-2 Cardinals. We go to the top of the 4th. Due up for St. Louis, McCarver, Shannon, and Javier to face Juan-Marichal. McCarver had a sacrifice for an RBI his first time up. He wants a 6.60 or better to reach safely. Marichal gets the sign from Dietz. Here's the pitch to Tim McCarver. Here's the dice roll. 6.06. That ball goes out to center field. Willie Mays coming in on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Say hey kid showing very good range there. Mike Shannon steps to the plate. Cardinals third baseman 0 for 1. 7.32 or better to reach safely. Home run swing 9.68 or higher. Marichal would love to see a 2.36 or under to strike him out. The high leg kick by Juan-Marichal. Here's the pitch to Shannon. 2.79. Another ball hit out to Willie Mays. And he drifts to his right and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Julian Javier, the Cardinals second baseman, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 off Marichal, excuse me. Wants a 7.15 or higher to advance safely and keep this inning alive. Marichal looks in at Dietz, nods his head. He rocks and fires to Javier. Here's the dice roll. 3.55. That ball goes to Gallagher at third. He ranges to his left. He throws to McCovey. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 4th. St. Louis 3. San Francisco 2. Due up for the Giants. Lanier, Marichal, then the top of the order, Speier. And we have Beatles Eternally in the chat. He says, hello, baseball fans. Well, hello to you, Beatles. Glad to see you here. So Hal Lanier, Giants second baseman, 0 for 1 today. Not much with the stick. 95% chance bunter. We can't bunt for a hit in this game, though. It just happens on its own if it happens. So Lanier needs an 8.11 or higher to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Bob Gibson. 3-2 Cardinals, bottom of the 4th. That ball goes to Crosby at short, and he throws. Oh, it's a line out. He caught it. He caught it. I thought he trapped it. He did not. The ump says he caught it in the air off the shoe tips. So out number 1. Here comes the pitcher, Juan-Marichal. He's 1 for 1. He singled off Gibson his first time up. Remember, Gibson hit a home run off Marichal in the second. Marichal needs an 8.59 or higher to advance safely. Gibson's ready. Here's the pitch to Juan-Marichal. That's That's an 8-9-1, and that's another single for Marichal, this time to right. So he's hit both corners. The first single to left, the second single to right. He represents a tying run at first base. Unbelievable. Juan Marichal 2 for 2. Cepeda holding him on. That's got to be a bit uncomfortable for Marichal and Cepeda, even though they were former teammates. Marichal plunked him in the first inning. And here comes Chris Speier, top of the order. He's 0 for 2 today. Speier's looking for a 6.86 or higher to advance safely. McCarver sets his target. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Speier. 1-9-8, and that is going to be a strikeout. A big swing and a miss as he could not catch up to the high cheese from Bob Gibson. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Bobby Bonds. Mr. Bonds is 1 for 2. His one hit was a crushed home run to center field to bring the Giants to within 1 at 3-2. If he repeats that process, the Giants will go up 4-3. He represents the go-ahead run at the plate, tying run at first in Marichal. 2 outs. Cepeda holding Marichal on. Bobby Bonds looking for a 9.51 or higher. That's his home run roll. To advance safely, 6.83 or better. Gibson very determined on the mound. Looks in at McCarver. Here's the pitch to Bonds. That's a 0.45, and Gibson gets Bonds this time. No, that's a wild pitch! So Marichal advances to second as I got fooled on the special play. That happens to me every once in a while. I wish they would put an indicator. So Marichal is in scoring position for Bobby Bonds now. Bonds steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. He digs in. Gibson's ready. Here's the pitch once again to Bonds. 5-5-0. That ball goes to Shannon. It's a hard ground ball. He fields it cleanly and throws to Cepeda. Inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-2 Cardinals. Beatles attorney says just finished a slugfest between the 1934 Cardinals and Philly. St. Louis won 10-7. But what a game. DeRocher actually hit a grand slam, played the game in old-time baseball. Thank you for that update, Beatles. Excellent. I don't think I've ever heard you mention old-time baseball. So cool. All right. Due up for the Cardinals. Crosby, Gibson, in the top of the order, Lou Brock. Cardinals shortstop Ed Crosby 0 for 1. Looking for a 7.73 or higher to advance safely. Marichal's ready. High leg kick. Here's the pitch to Crosby. Here's the dice roll. 8-2-6. Crosby singles to center. As he waited nicely on the curveball and hit a line drive to center. Leadoff runner on. 60% chance of stealing second base. He needs to get that 10% chance of lead first. McCovey holding Crosby on at first. Here comes Bob Gibson. Gibson's 1 for 1. He homered off Marichal back in the second. Gibby's home run swing, if you don't recall, 9.43 or higher to advance safely, 7.68 or better. Giants want to turn 2 here. Marichal rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Gibson. 3-2 Cardinals. 0-1-1. Gibson's off. There's the throw down by Dietz, and he is out. As he needed under a 600, the dice roll was a 6-3-6, so Dick Dietz guns out Crosby for the first out of the inning. Base is now clear. Gibson steps back into the batter's box. Marichal looks in at Dietz. Here's the pitch to Bob Gibson. 2-3-5, and that's going to be a called strike 3 as Marichal paints the black. So there's 2 outs. Top of the order now, Lou Brock. Brock 0 for 2 with 1 run scored. Brock needs a 708 or higher to advance safely. Righty-lefty matchup here for Marichal. A lot of speed by Brock. You want to keep him off the base paths. Marichal looks in at Dietz. Here's the pitch to Brock. 3-2 Cardinals. 2 outs, top of the 5th. 8-9-5. Brock goes the other way. He singles to left. Kingman has it and throws it back in towards the infield. Brock definitely a stealing threat here. As you can see, 52% chance of getting the proper lead. Then if he gets that, he's almost automatic. That's an 84% chance of stealing second. So the first dice roll has to be under a 520. We're going to click pitch and see what happens. Curt Flood steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. I'm assuming Brock will be going. So we await the computer dice roll. 6-9-1. He can't get the proper lead. And that is going to be a walk to Curt Flood on top of it. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Big insurance runs there for Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull. He's 0 for 1. Marichal has to pay attention to Brock at second, though. He looks back. Speier starts cheating towards the bag. And now Lanier starts cheating towards the bag. Now Marichal looks in at Dietz. Cepeda needs a 6-4-5 or higher to advance safely. Home run swing 9-5-1 or better. Here's the pitch to Cepeda. 2 outs, 2 on, 3-2 Cardinals, top of the 5th. Here's the dice roll. 7-1-4 and Cepeda walks. So bases are now loaded. Marichal has struggled in this ball game. And here comes Roger Maris. Maris is 0 for 2. He does have an RBI. Maris, if you're thinking grand salami, 9-7-2 or better for the dice roll. To advance safely and knock in a run, 6-8-5 or higher. 2 outs, bases juiced. Marichal's ready. Here's the pitch. Here's the dice roll. No place to put Roger Maris. 5-2-4. That's a hard hit ball to Speier. He leaps and he catches that line drive. Inning over. So Speier robs Maris of a base hit, a potential of 2 RBIs. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Cardinals 3, the Giants 2. Let me jump to the chat real quick. Beatles says, I'll leave a note for you about old-time baseball. Beatles attorney, nowhere to leave a comment, so I'll leave the note about old-time baseball in another video already up, Al. Thank you, Beatles. Yeah, you can't comment until the video is posted, which is after the stream. It takes about 20 minutes to post usually. 2 up for the Giants, Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, and Dave Kingman. Mays steps to the plate, right-handed batter. 0 for 1, he's walked once. Gibson's faced 20 batters, he's good for 33. Gibson's ready. Here's the pitch to the say-hey kid who needs a 6-4-7 or better on the dice roll to advance safely. That's a 3-8-3. That ball goes out to Cepeda. He charges it and hustles to the bag himself for out number 1. So Mays is retired, and here comes Willie McCovey. Stretches, walked twice in his 2 at-bats, neither being official due to the walks. Home run swing to tie the ball game up, 9-2-7 or higher. To advance safely, 5-6-9 or better. Gibson looks in at McCarver. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to McCovey. Here's the dice roll. 4-2-8. That's another ball to Cepeda. And once again, he goes to the bag himself. So Mays and McCovey play pepper with Cepeda at first. There's 2 outs, no one on. And here comes Kong, Dave Kingman. He's 0 for 2. Home run swing, 9-3-2 or higher. However, Kingman has a 74.6% chance of making an out and ending the inning. Kingman steps into the right-hander's batter's box. Looking to tee it high and let it fly. He awaits the Gibson offering, and here it is. Here's the dice roll. 7-0-1. That ball goes out to Maris. That's a high fly ball. It's shallow. Maris coming in on it, and he makes the catch. Inning over. Kingman missed his pitch there. He skied it high to right. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-2. Cardinals. Due up for St. Louis. McCarver, Shannon, and Javier. Marichal has faced 23 batters. He's good for 29. McCarver's 0 for 1. He does have an RBI, though. Left-handed batting catcher. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch by Juan-Marichal. McCarver wants a 6-6-0 or higher to advance safely. Here's the dice roll. 3-2 Cardinals. Top of the 6th. 2-8-7. That ball goes to McCovey. He flips it to Marichal covering for out number 1. McCarver goes back to the bench. Mike Shannon, the Cardinal third baseman, steps to the plate. Shannon's 0 for 2. Hello, Greg Gurecki, good friend from the north. How are you? As Greg Gurecki says, let's go Cards. He says hello to Beatles and hello to Max. Shannon awaits the Marichal offering. Here it is. He's looking for a 7-3-2 or higher to advance safely. 1 out, no one on. 0-9-9. That is going to be a called strike 3. Shannon is not happy with that call. He barks a little bit at the ump and then goes back to the bench. So there's 2 outs, no one on, and Julian Javier steps to the plate. Second baseman for the Cards, 0 for 2. Needs a 7-1-5 or better to advance safely and extend this inning. Marichal works quickly. Here's the high leg kick and the pitch to Javier. 2 outs, no one on. 3-2 Cardinals. That's an 8-9-6. Javier singles to right. That ball drops in front of Bobby Bonds. Javier is a threat to steal. McCovey holding him on. And here comes the light-hitting shortstop Ed Crosby. Though he does have a hit, he's 1 for 2 today. Marichal really needs a strikeout here to get out of this inning. Keep it a 3-2 ball game. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Crosby. Again, looking for a 7-6-3 or higher to advance safely. 2 outs. Javier at first. Here's the dice roll. 6-8-5. That ball goes out to left field. That's a deep fly ball. Kingman going back. Reaches up and makes the running catch just before the wall for out number 3. Nice play by Kong. We go to the top of the 7th. The bottom of the 6th. The Cardinals lead the Giants 3-2. Due up for San Francisco. Dietz, Gallagher, and Lanier. So Dick Dietz comes to plate 1 for 2. He does have a home run off Gibson. Came back in the 2nd. If he gets another one, we'll have a tie ball game. Gibson, 23 batters faced, threshold of 33. Dietz digs in, looking for a ball. He can drive out of the ballpark. He needs a 6-3-0 or better to advance safely. Remember, the higher the dice roll, the better the result for the batter. The lower the dice roll, the better the result for the pitcher. McCarver goes through the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Dick Dietz by Bob Gibson. 5-1-4. That ball goes out to left field. That's a hard line drive. Brock on the run. He reaches out and he pulls it in for out number 1. Nice catch by Brock. As that ball was headed towards the left center field gap, but Lou Brock was there to make the catch. So 1 out, no one on. Here comes Al Gallagher. He's 0 for 2 today. 378 slugging percentage. Home run swing, only 0.4%. 996 to 999. To advance safely, 7-2-3 or better. Gibson gets the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. 1 out, no one on. 3-7-0. That ball goes out to center field. Now Flood is on the run. He makes a diving catch for the out. Oh, wow. 2 great plays by Flood and Brock. Back-to-back robbing extra bases for the Giants. And now 2 outs, no one on. Coming to the plate, the very light-hitting second baseman for the Giants, Hal Lanier. Lanier's 0 for 2 today. He needs an 8-1-1 or better to advance safely. Chance of Lanier making it out is pretty good, 81.1%. Gibson licking his chops. The windup and the pitch to Lanier. 2 outs, no one on. 3-2 Cards, 4-2-3. That ball goes to Javier at second. And Javier boots the ball. Lanier reaches on an error. Wow. And here comes the hot-hitting Juan-Marichal. He's 2 for 2 off Bob Gibson. Single to left his first time up. Single to right his second time up. Will he single to center for the trifecta? We shall see. Cepeda holding Lanier on. He's not going anywhere. We're going to let Marichal hit. He's been lucky so far. So let's check out how many pitches he's thrown. Go box score. Oh, it's not going to give me the pitch count. Or batter's face. That's what I actually need to know. I think he was still good for another 4 batters. Check out who we have on our bench to pinch hit. We got lots of good players. Again, this is the Digital Diamond Baseball, a fan-created league. He took what he perceived the best players from the team between 1965 to 1973, and I believe if he put you on one team, you could not play on another team when I read it. So again, this is a fan-created league I downloaded into Digital Diamond Baseball. Let's see, all. Got Gary Maddox. Let's see what they do against righties. Oh, we're not going to get that. We have to get the combined. Gary Maddox, Gary Matthews, Jesus Alou. Gary Maddox, 460 slugging percentage. I think we're going to have to go with Gary Maddox. I think Marichal's going to have to come out of the game. I don't want to take him out of the game, but we're down 1 run. How many opportunities are we going to have? I know Marichal's 2 for 2. That means the odds he's going to get an out here. So I think Gary Maddox is going to come in to pinch hit. So Maddox will come in to pinch hit for Marichal. Marichal's day is over, and we're going to give you his numbers right now. Marichal went 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, walked 2, struck out 4, and he gave up a home run. And he was 2 for 2 off Bob Gibson. As Beatles Eternally says about Digital Diamond Baseball, best $20 I ever spent. I agree, Beatles. Beatles turned me on to this game. This is a fabulous, fun game. If you like a dice roller, it's easy to understand. There is a lot of strategy, more than you'd think. There's a few things I'd like them to, change. But for $20, all the seasons they have are free. They're always adding seasons, and there's a lot of fan-created seasons. I highly recommend it. If you don't want to spend the money, like, say, on Stratomatic, this is a great value at $20. I have Stratomatic also, as people who've watched my channel know, as well as Action PC Baseball and Out of the Ballpark Baseball. I love those games. I enjoy all my baseball games. I also have Baseball Mogul, the free download off of Steam. It's kind of fun. I also have Pure Sim Baseball that Beatles turned me on to. That's a free game. Highly recommend that. That's a free download, and you get all the seasons. And that's going to be rebooted, Beatles says. He's spoken with the owner of that game. And that's a really fun game. So if you don't want to spend too much money, there are fun baseball games out there. Because Action PC Baseball, is a bit pricey. I love it. And Stratomatic, I love that also. It's a bit pricey. But so, all right. So Gary Maddox comes to plate. 319 batting average, 460 slugging percentage. Again, this is a fan-created league. He used the players between 1965 and 73 for the franchise. So Maddox, home run swing 987 or better. To advance safely, 720 or higher. So that's not really good. Maddox has a 28% chance of advancing safely. Gibson has a 72% chance of getting him out. Lanier's at first, being held on by Cepeda. He represents a tying run. McCarver sets the target. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Maddox. Here's the dice roll. 8-1-8. Maddox singles to left. And we have a chance to advance Lanier to third. It's under 50%, just under 50%. I am not lucky with these things. We're going to hold Lanier at second, so we shall not advance him. So Maddox comes through. We go to the top of the order now with the pinch hit single. So Lanier represents the tying run at second. Maddox the go-ahead run at first. Chris Speier is 0 for 3, and I think we can go back to our bench again. And now we're going to go with Sarge, Gary Matthews. His slugging percentage, 444, batting average, 300. And Don Mason will probably come into play short. Or we got Dick Schofield too. I think he's probably a better defensive shortstop. So here comes Gary Matthews. And I think with this too, there's an unlimited, and I like this because it's a game. There's an unlimited roster because everyone's listed, and I think that's a lot of fun. So on these type of all-time teams or best franchise player teams. I like that. It gives you a lot of options. So Gary Matthews is going to come into pinch hit. See what Gibson can do here. 3-2 Cardinals, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 6th. Gary Matthews steps to the plate. His pitcher did not load. I apologize for that. I'll have to fix that later. 300 with a 444 slugging percentage. His home run swing 985 or higher. To advance safely, 698 or better. Gibson's ready. Here's the pitch to Sarge. Here's the dice roll. 4-8-0. That ball goes to Shannon. He charges it and throws to Cepeda for the out. Inning over. The Giants threaten but do not score. Bob Gibson pitches out of it. We go to the top of the 7th. St. Louis 3, San Francisco 2. Due up for the Cardinals. Gibson, Brock, and Flood. We now need a new pitcher. So let's go to our bullpen. And let's go duration. We're going to go with Don McMahon. A little familiar with him. He's on my 66 Red Sox team. So he'll come into pitch. That's the 9 slot. And now we also need a shortstop. I think we're going to go with Dick Schofield. Go with Dickie Schofield here. I think he's our best option defensively. Only 209 batting average, though. Who else can play short? Don Mason, 228. I think we're going to go with Schofield, though. .2% chance of error. Range 3. What's Don Mason? 5.9 chance of error. He's a lefty. We'll go with Don Mason. He has a 20-point higher batting average. 70 to reach safely. Let's take another look at Schofield. 716. Yeah, we're going to go with Mason. So Mason will bat in the 1 spot and play short. We're going to hit OK. So Don McMahon on the mound. 9 wins, 5 losses, 2.96 earned run average. And they list him with 19 saves. Again, I don't know if the fan created, when he created this league, if he wanted an average of what he did or he took the best season. I think he probably took the best season, but I can check later in Baseball Reference to see if any season matches up to this. And because when you create a league in digital, I've never done it, but when you create a league in digital Diamond Baseball, you use Baseball Reference. So my guess is he took the best seasons, the best season for the player. I'm going to also be loading in logos for this, which is really easy. So McMahon will face Bob Gibson. Gibson's 1 for 2. He homered off Juan-Marichal in the bottom of the second. So he has an RBI and a run scored. Gibson looking for a 7.36 or higher to reach safely. McMahon gets the sign from Dietz. Here's the pitch to Gibson. Here's the dice roll. 3-2 Cardinals, top of the 7th. Fun ball game so far. 4-2-1. That ball goes to Gallagher at third, and he catches that hard line drive by Gibson for out number 1. So Gibson's hit the ball pretty hard today. Top of the order now, Lou Brock. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Left-handed batter. Got to respect his speed and base running ability, as well as his bat. McMahon's ready. Here's the pitch to Brock. He needs a 6.66 or higher to reach safely. Here's the dice roll. 1 out, no one on. Top of the 7th, 3-2 Cardinals. 5-3-8. That ball's going to left field. That's another deep fly ball. Kingman gets near the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Kong once again flashing the leather. So 2 up, 2 down. Curt Flood steps at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Flood needs a 6.33 or better to advance safely. McMahon looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch to Curt Flood. 2 outs, no one on. We await the dice roll and the result. 9-0-1. That is a single to the opposite field, to right field. So Flood is on. Bonds throws the ball back in towards the infield. So 2 outs, McCovey holding Flood. He's a dangerous base runner. And here comes the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. That was all off Juan-Marichal, who's out of the game. A big insurance run at first for the St. Louis Cardinals here. Cepeda's home run dice roll consists of a 9.53 or greater to advance safely 5.95 or better. McMahon peers in at Dietz. Nods his head. Here's the stretch and the pitch to the baby bull. 2 outs, runner at first, 3-2 Cardinals. 2-4-2, Flood cannot get the jump. He'll stay put. Here's the dice roll for the swing. That's a 500. That ball goes out to center field. That's a high fly ball. Mays is coming in on it. He makes the catch. Inning over. We go to the 7th inning stretch. St. Louis Cardinals 3, the San Francisco Giants 2. Due up for the Giants in the bottom of the 7th. Bonds, Mays, and McCovey, the heart of their order. If anyone gets on, Kong, Dave Kingman. Bobby Bonds, 1 for 3 today. He homered off Marichal to dead center. He crushed that pitch. So he has an RBI and a run scored. His home run swing, 9.51 or better to advance safely 6.88 or higher. Bob Gibson still out on the mound. He has faced 28 batters. His threshold is 33. He's only given up 5 hits, but 2 of them have been homers. 1 to Dick Dietz in the bottom of the second and 1 to Bobby Bonds in the bottom of the third. Gibson's ready. He rocks and fires to Bonds. 0-8-2, and that's going to be a strikeout on the high fastball. Wow. Bonds is not happy with that called strike 3. Goes back to the bench, very angry. 1 out, and here comes a say hey kid, Willie Mays. Mays 0 for 2 with a walk. Mays needs a dice roll of 920 to 999 to take Gibson out of the ballpark. Clash of Titans here. Remember, the higher the dice roll, the better the result for the batter. The lower the dice roll, the better the result for the pitcher and the defending team in the field. McCarver flashes the signs, sets the target. Here's the pitch by Bob Gibson to Willie Mays. 5-0-3, that ball goes to Shannon. He scoops it up, and he throws to Cepeda for the hop. Out for the hop. Cepeda scoops up the hop as it was a throw in the dirt. So now that I muddled my way through that one, there are 2 outs and no one on. And here comes stretch. Willie McCovey. He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice. McCovey would love to put one into the Pacific Ocean. He needs a 9.27 or better. That's a 7.3% chance of doing that. To advance safely, McCovey has a 43.1% chance, so he has a good chance of reaching. Gibson up to 30 batters faced. McCovey digs in. Gibson winds and delivers. Here's the dice roll. 1-6-0. That's going to be a strikeout. Big swing and a miss on the fastball, as Willie McCovey did try to deposit that ball in the Pacific Ocean, but he didn't. We go to the top of the 8th, 3-2 Cardinals. Due up for St. Louis. Maris, McCarver, and Shannon. Beatles Eternally in the chat says, Greg Gorecki first asks, why is Ed Crosby playing shortstop for St. Louis? He barely played for them. I don't know. That's what the computer picked. I just wanted to play the game because I loved the pitching matchup I had. I did adjust. The lineup was actually a little worse. I just kept him in because I wasn't sure. So, but yeah. Believe me, the lineup, they didn't even have Lou Brock in the lineup, the computer, but I put him in. I put Flood in. So, then Beatles Eternally says, Kingman trivia. There was a Cubs home game that was televised. This was back when people lived in the flats across from Wrigley. A woman was watching the game on her TV. Kingman bombed one out, and it landed in the ladies' living room. That's hilarious. Greg Gorecki, the computer was made in San Francisco. That's a possibility, Greg. Though the Cardinals do have a 3-2 lead. So, the computer must be doing something right, and I must be doing something wrong. So, Roger Maris steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI to face McMahon. McMahon's good for 6 batters. He's faced 4. Roger Maris's home run swing, 9.74 or higher. To advance safely, 6.41 or better. McMahon rocks and delivers to Maris. Here's the dice roll. Top of the 8th, 3-2 Cardinals. 6-7-4. Maris works a walk. Giants get their bullpen up once again. As Greg Gorecki says, I like the Giants as well. And before that, Beatles says, LOL Greg, about the computer being made in San Francisco. Giants looking to turn 2 here. Tim McCarver steps to the plate. Cardinal catcher 0 for 2 with an RBI. Maris being held on by Willie McCovey. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch to McCarver. He needs a 6.05 or better on this dice roll to advance safely. And that ball's grounded to Gallagher. He throws to Lanier, on to McCovey. That's a double play. They get 2 for 1. So that goes 5 to 4 to 3 around the horn. And the Boston Red Sox in real life just defeated Greg Gurecki's Toronto Blue Jays. So we say we're sorry, Mr. Gurecki. Chris Sales had a tremendous game. Kimbrel just got the save. So 2 outs, no one on, and here comes Mike Shannon, the Cardinals' third baseman. He's 0 for 3. This will be McMahon's last batter. Shannon needs a 6.89 or better to advance safely. Here's the pitch to Mike, don't call me Del Shannon. 3-2, 2 outs, top of the 8th. 0-9-7, that is going to be a strikeout. Big swing and a miss on that pitch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals 3, Giants 2. Due up for San Francisco, Kingman, Dietz, and Gallagher. As Greg Gurecki says, not my Blue Jays. I've been to 1 game in 7 years. Well, thank you then, because they're losing to the Red Sox, and I appreciate that. As you stated yesterday, they're doing their job. All right, so Kingman is 0 for 3. Slugging percentage, speaking the English out, 479. Well, we're going to keep Kingman in. 1 swing of the bat, he can tie it up here in the bottom of the 8th. Gibson's still out on the mound. He's faced 31 batters, threshold 33. Kingman's home run swing consists of a dice roll of 9, 3, 2, or higher. Gibson rocks and fires to Kong. Here's the pitch. 3-9-2, and that's a strike 3. McCarver framed that pitch perfectly. The curveball hit that outside corner, and Kingman is not happy. Giants have not been happy with the balls and strikes that are being called by the home plate umpire. So 1 out. Kingman goes back to the bench, and here comes Dick Dietz. The catcher's 1 for 3, homered off Gibson back in the 2nd inning. His home run swing 9-7-0 or higher to advance safely 6-3-0 or better. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch by Bob Gibson to Dick Dietz. And that's another strikeout. 0-0-3 on the dice roll. Big swing and a miss, this time on the fastball. Gibson blew that ball right by him. So there's 2 outs, no one on, and Al Gallagher steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. How many strikeouts does Gibson have? Let's check that out. Gibson in 7 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts. So his line so far, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and he gave up 2 home runs, 1 to Dietz, 1 to Bonds. Al Gallagher would love to be number 3. Though that's a very slim possibility. 0.4%. Not 4%, 0.4%. So that's a dice roll of a 9-9-6 or higher. 7-1-3 or better to advance safely for Gallagher. Gibson's looking for the 1-2-3 inning here. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. 3-2 Cardinals. 7-7-3. Gibson's not going to get that 1-2-3 inning, as that is a walk. Gallagher's at first. And he represents a tying run. Cepeda holding Gallagher on, and the Cardinals are playing no doubles defense. So they're playing a little deep in the outfield. And here comes Hal Lanier, and we're not going to let him hit. He's 0 for 3, batting average .213. We're going to go back to our bench. And it's going to be Jesus Alou. Let's see what the bench coach has to say. 7-9, wow. Against Gibson. That's not good at all. Oh, that's Hal Lanier. That's still Lanier. Let's go to Jesus Alou. 7-3-0, home run swing 9-8-9. 9 home runs, 52 RBIs. 5 home runs. Oh, Jim Ray Hart. I forgot about him. 33 home runs. I should have had him start. Third base. Oh, yeah, I like this much better. 6.93 or better to advance safely. Home run 9.52 or higher. So Jim Ray Hart will come into pinch hit. Where are you, Mr. Hart? There you are, right there. So Jim Ray Hart comes into pitch hit for Lanier. One swing in the back to put the Giants up here. 3-2 ball game. Gibson still out on the mound. He's one batter over his threshold now, 34. He's good for 33. I don't know if he's tiring, though, but he has given up 2 deep bombs today for homers. Jim Ray Hart would love to be number 3. Slugging percentage, .510. And again, he had 33 home runs in this fan-created league, which I'm going to look up after. I'm going to use him as the example. .285 average, 33 home runs, 93 RBIs. I should have started him. He digs in that right-hander's batter's box. Gibson's ready. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hart. He needs a 9.52 or better for a home run. Here's the dice roll. That's a 0.99. Mr. Gibson says, "You shall not pass." Big swing and a miss on the low slider. Inning over. Bob Gibson comes up huge. Still 3-2 Cardinals, and we now need a second baseman. I'd like to keep Hart in the game. Actually, we're going to do a double switch, so Hart will come out. So we need another pitcher first, and he'll go into the 8th spot. I'm going to go with Frank Lindsay. He had a 1.43 earned run average. Let's go with Frank Lindsay. And he's going to go in the 8th spot. Again, this is Digital Diamond Baseball. Great value, as Beatles stated in the chat. $20. Highly recommend it. Check out Digital Diamond Baseball. You can download a free demo, play a bunch of 3-inning games with the greatest teams. It's a lot of fun to see if you like it. I did that. I played for about a week, probably just under a week, and then I bought the game. All right, so Frank Lindsay will go to the 8th spot and pitch. And now we need a second baseman. Go to the bench. Tito Fuentes, switch hitter. 277 average. I should have started him. My faux pas. I really didn't look at the teams. I just looked at quick players and how I wanted. I wanted Mays in there, Bobby Bonds, McCovey, Kingman. This is the first time I've played this one, and I obviously have to really set these teams up. There's a lot of good players, so this is going to be a lot of fun when I put these games on, or even when I'm playing offline. As I love the what-if things. Those are my favorite games to play. Alright, so Fuentes goes in at the 9th spot. And we're ready to go. So we go to the top of the 9th, 3-2 Cards. Javier, Crosby, and Gibson due up. Tito Fuentes is the new second baseman. The new pitcher is Frank Lindsay, 9-3, ERA of 1.439 saves. 81 2/3 innings pitched. Julian Javier 1 for 3 today. To advance safely, 6.65 or better. Lindsay gets a sign from Dietz. Here's the pitch to Javier. Here's the dice roll. Top of the 9th. 1, 2, 3. That ball's a soft grounder to McCovey. He fields it himself. Takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. And here comes Ed Crosby. He's 1 for 3 today. Needs a 7-11 or higher to reach safely. Lindsey works quickly. Here's the pitch to Crosby. Here's the dice roll. 1 out, no one on. 3-2 Cardinals. And that's going to be a strikeout. 0-1-6. Big swing and a miss by Crosby. So 2 up, 2 down. Lindsey making short work of the first 2 batters. And here comes Bob Gibson. Gibby's 1 for 3. And his 1 hit was a home run. Back in the 2nd inning. Off Juan-Marichal. And that's a killer, because if he doesn't hit that home run, we have a tie ball game here, folks. But he did. At the time, he gave the Cardinals a 3-0 lead. Giants would come back in the 2nd and 3rd with home runs from Dietz and Bobby Bonds. So Gibson's looking for a 7-3-0 or better to advance safely. Frank Lindsey wants to send him down. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning here. Lindsey looks in at Dietz. Dietz sets a target. Here's a pitch to Gibson. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the dice roll. Nope, that's it. They yank Gibson, so he's done for the day. Again, I wish there was an indicator for this in the game. It's going to be Bill White will pinch hit. So let's give you Bob Gibson's numbers. Gibson went 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 4, struck out 8. As I stated, gave up 2 home runs to Dietz and Bonds. And Bill White, 289 batting average, 481 slugging percentage. His home run swing, 9.68 or better to advance safely, 6.16 or higher. Righty-lefty matchup here for Frank Lindsey. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bill White. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the dice roll, top of the 9th. 0-0-7. That is going to be a big swing and a miss on the slider. Inning over. Frank Lindsey takes the Cardinals down. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 3-2 Cardinals. Due up for the Giants. Fuentes, Mason, and Bonds. Beatles eternally says, LOL, Bob Gandalf Gibson. So can the Giants rally to tie the game and possibly win it here in the bottom of the 9th? Tito Fuentes steps to the plate, 277 batting average, slugging percentage 358. To advance safely, 6.63 or better. Home run swing, not really good, 9.97 or higher. The best roll is a 9.99, so that's a 0.3% chance of a home run. He does have a 33.7% chance of advancing safely, though. And the new pitcher for the Cardinals is Hal Woodstick. I love that name. Woodstick was 6-6, earned run average 2.25. Let's see how many saves he had. 18 saves. So he's in there to close out the game. He's a left-handed thrower to face the right-handed Tito Fuentes. McCarver goes through the signs. Woodstick nods his head. Here's the pitch to Fuentes. Here's the dice roll. 9-0-4. He singles up the middle. So Fuentes is on. He represents the tying run at first place. The winning run comes to the plate, and Don Mason. Mason has a 228 batting average, but his bunting is 85%. And we're going to bunt Fuentes hopefully into scoring position here. So we're going to go bunt. We need a dice roll of under an 850. Here's the pitch. Mason squares the bunt. That's a 1-1-9. That's a good bunt. McCarver fields it. His only play is the first. He throws to Cepeda for the out, but Tito Fuentes advances to second base. He is in scoring position for Bobby Bonds. Bobby Bonds, father of Barry. He's 1 for 4 today. His 1 hit was a crushed home run to center off Bob Gibson. If he can do that again, he will have a walk-off win for the San Francisco Giants, and the fans will be extremely happy going home from the ballpark. Bonds' home run swing off Woodstick, 9-4-8 or higher to advance safely, 5-7-7 or better. Fuentes at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Bonds. That's a 9-3-8. That is a double to right field. Fuentes is going to score. And we have a tie ball game, folks. It is 3-3 clutch hit by Bobby Bonds. He represents the winning run at second base. Bobby Bonds comes through once again. Bob Gibson can no longer get the win. It is Woodstick's game right now to lose. 1 out. Bonds at second. The Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, steps to the plate. Mays is 0 for 3. Could this be an Alcoa fantastic finish as we used to watch those commercials in the early to mid 80s when I watched football games? So, to advance safely, Willie Mays needs a 9.35 or higher. A single is a 7.34 or better, and that most likely will score Bonds from second base. Looks like the Cardinals are playing their infield and outfield at normal depth and alignment. Is it Woods Hick? I like saying Woodschick better than. Sounds like a bad word. So Woodschick gets the sign from McCarver. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mays. Will he be the hero? We shall see. 9-4-9. That ball's grounded to Tyson at second base. He throws to Cepeda for the out. Advancing to third is Bonds. So the Say Hey Kid does not get the job done. And it'll be up to stretch Willie McCovey with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. He's walked twice. He needs a 7.79 or higher. That's a single or better to knock in Bobby Bonds at third and give the Giants a 4-3 walk-off victory. If the Cardinals retire McCovey, we're going to extra innings here, folks. McCovey digs in. Woodstick gets the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Willie McCovey. Here's the dice roll. Here's the ball game. 4-9-3. That's a hard hit ball. Cepeda dives and races to the bag. Inning over. We're going to extra innings tied at 3. Cepeda robs McCovey of a game-winning hit with the wonderful diving play at first. 3-3, top of the 10th, due up for the Cardinals. Brock, Flood, and Cepeda. We're going to, as Ron Junket would say from Retro Sports Network, free baseball, my friends. Free baseball. Frank Lindsay comes back out on the mound. He's faced 3 batters. He's good for 5. He'll face the top of the order for the Cardinals. That's Brock, Flood, and Cepeda. Lou Brock 1 for 4 with a run scored. He's looking for a 6.55 or better. Here's the pitch by Lindsay. Here's the dice roll. I want to keep Brock off the base paths. Very dangerous runner. 9.63. That's going to be a double as that ball gaps Willie Mays. He cuts it off to hold Brock to the double. But he's the go-ahead run at second, and here comes Curt Flood. Flood, 80% chance of a successful bunt, but he's 2 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored. Boy, let's go to fielding. We're going to go corners in. Try to prevent the advancement of the base runner. I don't know how well that's going to work, because I think most likely Brock's going to attempt to steal here. So Flood needs a 5.98 or higher to advance safely. Here's the pitch by Lindsay. Brock's on second. There's the dice roll to see if he can steal. He's off. And the throw is not in time as the second dice roll is 0.88. So Brock steals third. No outs. And now the infield will move in. So right away, the Cardinals apply the pressure to the San Francisco Giants. Infield in. They need to cut the run down at the plate. 3-3, top of the 10th. Flood once again digs into the batter's box. He's looking for a 5.73 or higher to advance safely. Dietz sets the target. Here's the pitch by Lindsay. Eight 2-4. That's a single to right, and the Cardinals jump out ahead here in the top of the 10th, 4-3. Bonds retrieves the ball and throws it back in towards Tito Fuentes. And Flood, a dangerous base runner at first. McCovey holding him on. No, McCovey's not holding him on. Well, we gotta change that. There we go. I don't know why you wouldn't be holding him on. So no outs. Here comes Cepeda. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Giants want to turn 2 with Mason and Fuentes pinching the middle. Cepeda looking for a 5.92 or better. Here's the pitch by Lindsay. 4-3. 7-8-1. That is a single to left. As Kingman cannot get there in time. That ball drops in front of him on the line drive. So first and second, no outs, and that's it for Lindsay. Go back to our bullpen. As we have a plethora of players here. Lefty. Let's go lefty-lefty matchup here. So we're going to bring in Bill Henry to face the left-handed batting Roger Maris. And that's going to go to the 8th spot. So here comes Bill Henry, lefty-lefty matchup. He's done with his warm-up tosses. Maris steps to the batter's box. As Beatles Eternally says, free baseball, gotta love it. Maris looking for a 6.82 or better. Henry gets the sign from Dietz. Here's the pitch to Roger Maris. 4-3 Cardinals, top of the 10th. 2 on, no outs. Cards looking to break this game open here in the top of the 10th. That's a 4-3-8. That ball's going to be out to Willie Mays. He's there and he makes the catch. Flood bluffs but does not tag. Here comes another lefty batter, Tim McCarver. Henry will stay in to face him. McCarver looking for a 6.57 or better. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI today. Henry's ready. The windup and the pitch to McCarver. Giants want to turn 2 and get out of this inning. Keep it a 1-run deficit. That's a 1-2-8. That's another fly ball to Willie Mays. He drifts to his left and he makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Mike. Don't call me Del Shannon. He's 0 for 4. And I think that's going to be it for Mr. Henry. They got righty. Oh, I'm sorry. They got righty, righty, then a lefty, and another righty. Now, we can't give up another run. So Henry does his job. He gets the 2 left-handers out. We're going to go back to our bullpen. And I'm going to bring in Randy Moffett. We just have so many players at our fingertips. It makes the game very fun, at least for me. I love having all these options. So Moffitt's going to come in, looking to get the 3rd out of this inning. I'll face Mike Shannon. And I actually think that's a worse. He actually did worse off the lefty. I should have used a bench coach, but I didn't. That's okay. All right, so Shannon needs a 6.94 or better to advance safely. If he gets a single, that's a 7.63 or higher. He's definitely going to knock Flood in with 2 outs. Dietz goes out to have a word with Moffett. Now goes back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Randy Moffett, 4 wins, 4 losses. Earned run average of 4.42. And he had 14 saves in 100 and a third innings pitched. The windup and the pitch to Shannon. Here's the dice roll. 2 outs, 2 on, 4-3 Cardinals, top of the 10th. Again, Cards looking to break this game open. 5-2-8. Another ball out to Willie Mays. He goes back. He's on the run. He reaches up and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Shannon gave it a drive, but the Say Hey Kid tracks it down in center. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 4-3 Cardinals. Giants will have to mount another comeback. And due up for the Giants, Kingman, Dietz, and Gallagher. Hal Woodchick is still out on the mound as my 12-year-oldness comes out. He's faced 5 batters. He's good for 4. I'm wondering if they're going to switch him out. And he's going to face the very dangerous power-hitting Dave Kingman. Hasn't been too dangerous today, though, 0 for 4. His home run swing, though, off a left-hander of Hal Woodchick is 929 or better. That's a 7.1% chance of a home run. So he wants a nice big high dice roll in the 900s. McCarver sets the target. 4-3 Cardinals. Bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch to Kong. And that's a 0-0-7. That's a 007. And that is a strikeout. Curveball fooled him badly. He didn't even get his bat off his shoulder. So 1 out. Cardinals 2 outs away from victory, and here comes Dick Dietz, 1 for 4. He had a home run off Gibson back in the 2nd inning. Way back when, folks. Home run swing here for Dick Dietz, 9.68 or higher off Hal Woodchick. Dietz is ready to tee it high and let it fly. Woodchick winds and delivers. Here's the pitch. 1.95. That ball goes to short. Crosby charges it. Scoops it up, throws to Cepeda for out number 2. And here comes Al Gallagher. He's 0 for 3, 277 batting average. Slugging percentage, 378. Let's go to our bench here. And we got Jesus Alou. Let's check out the bench coach. Jesus Alou. He has a slightly better chance of hitting a home run, but he doesn't have a better chance of getting on base. So we're going to keep Gallagher in the game. Gallagher, the last hope to extend this game. With 2 outs, no one on, Cardinals lead 4-3. McCarver's ready. He sets the target. Hal Woodchick nods his head. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. He's looking for a 6-1-7 or better to advance safely. Here's the dice roll. Here's the ball game. That's a 3-8-3. That ball goes out to center field. Flood on the run. He reaches up and he makes the catch on the warning track. Ball game over. What a game it was in our first inaugural 1965 to 1973 franchise best players. The St. Louis Cardinals come back to win 4-3 in the 10 innings after the Giants tied it up in the bottom of the 9th. Outstanding. Let's call this game official, do the box score. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy this fan-created league. This game's well worth the $20. All right, so 4-3 Cardinals. They beat San Francisco in San Francisco. Let's go to the official box score. Player of the game. Let's see what player of the game is. Digital Diamond Baseball player of the game, Curt Flood. Let's see why Curt Flood. He had a pretty good game. Flood was 3 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 RBI, and he walked once. Batting average 750 right now. So he's the player of the game. Let's go to the pitching. before I do that, let me go to the chat and say thank you to Max Cornelius. Oh, Max Cornelius says, good game. And he says, got to check this game. Digital Diamond Baseball out. It's a very fun game. If you Beatles is the one who turned me on to this game, and I always thank him every time I play it because it is a lot more strategy than you think. At first I was like, but I played. There's a free download, Max. Download it. You can play 3-inning games with the greatest teams, one of their greatest teams leagues, and get a feel for it and see if you like it. Like I said, I want to say I played under a week, maybe 3 to 4 days. I would play a couple of games because they're quick. They're only 3-inning games. And I really enjoyed it, and I wanted the rest of the game. Take care, Beatles. Take care, Greg. Thank you very much to Max Cornelius, Greg Gorecki, Beatles Eternally, Chris Anderson. I believe that's everybody who jumped in the chat. We had other people watching. You should always feel free to jump in the chat. But greatly appreciate, as always, someone taking their time out to spend their time with me. All right, on to the pitching box score. Bob Gibson went 8 innings, no decision, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 4, struck out 8, gave up 2 home runs. His earned run average, 2.25. Hal Woodschick gets the win. He's 1-0, 2 innings, 2 hits. He blew the save, 1 run. It was earned. Struck out 1, walked none. Juan-Marichal, no decision, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 2, struck out 4, gave up a home run. McMahon, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs. Lindsey took the loss. He pitched 1 inning, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and he struck out 2. Henry and Moffitt came in to clean up. They pitched the final inning where Henry he's a lefty. He got his 2 left-handed batters out, so he went 2/3, and Moffitt got the right-handed batter. He went 1/3. St. Louis, Brock 2 for 5, 2 runs scored. He struck out once. Curt Flood, player of the game, 3 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 RBI, a walk. Cepeda 1 for 3 with a walk. Roger Maris 0 for 4, but he did have an RBI and he walked once. McCarver 0 for 4 with another RBI. So they were able to produce runs without getting a hit, as they had 2 RBIs there without a hit right there. Mike Shannon 0 for 5. He struck out twice. Julian Javier 1 for 4. Tyson came in the 9th to play defense at second. Crosby at short 1 for 4, and he struck out twice. Bob Gibson 1 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI. He hit a home run off Cepeda in the 3rd, and he struck out once. Bill White came in to pinch hit. He struck out. Woodschick pitched, did not get an at-bat. For the victorious Cardinals, 37 at-bats, 4 runs, 9 hits, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Brock doubled. Gibson homered. McCarver had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Stolen base, Lou Brock. Caught stealing, Crosby. Errors, Mike Shannon and Julian Javier. Hit by pitch, Orlando Cepeda. The Cardinals left 8 batters on base. For the losing team, San Francisco Giants, Chris Speier, the leadoff batter, shortstop, 0 for 3, and he struck out twice. Gary Matthews pinch hit for him. He was 0 for 1. Mason came in to play defense at short. Bobby Bonds had a good game. 2 for 5 with a run scored, 2 RBIs. He knocked in the tying run in the 9th, as well as he homered off Gibson. He struck out once. Willie Mays 0 for 4 with a walk. McCovey 0 for 3 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Kingman 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. He had the hat trick, the one you don't want. Dick Dietz 1 for 5. He homered off Gibson and he struck out once. Gallagher 0 for 4 with a walk. Lanier 0 for 3. Hart, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. He struck out. Lindsey pitched to not get an at-bat. Henry pitched to not get an at-bat. Moffitt pitched to not get an at-bat. Juan-Marichal 2 for 2. He had 2 singles off Bob Gibson. Maddox, the pinch hitter, had a single. McMahon pitched to not get an at-bat. Fuentes was a pinch hitter and he stayed in to play second. He was 1 for 1 and he scored a run. In total, for the losing Giants, 38 at-bats, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Bobby Bonds doubled and homered. Dick Dietz also homered. Mason had a sacrifice bunt. Juan-Marichal had an error. They turned one double play, and the Giants squandered many opportunities as they left 10 runners on base. So this was a very good game. Lots of fun. Thank you very much. Sal, Red Sox fans, saying health and happiness till our next time together in the next game. Take care. Bye-bye, and God bless. And remember to check out Digital Diamond Baseball. $20 value. Go to their site. Free download to try out the game. Bye-bye.